multi-step equations. Just like when you're wrapping a present and you decide to wrap it in tons of boxes and somebody has to open it, they have to open up everything from the outside. Multi-step equations just when we're looking at this equation that has an x on both sides of the equation, we want to get rid of one of them somehow. It doesn't matter if I try to get rid of this 3x by subtracting 3x or the 2x by subtracting 2x from both sides. But if you want a strategy that always works, we're going to take whatever's on the left-hand side, which in this case is a 3x, and get rid of it. Since it's a positive 3x, I get rid of it by subtracting 3x from both sides, leaving me 4 equals negative x plus 10. And then now this is an equation like we were solving in the last video. So to get x by itself, I'm going to subtract 10 so that my numbers are all on one side of the equation. Negative 6 equals negative x. X isn't by itself yet because of that negative sign. It's like saying negative 1 times x. So I'm going to divide by a negative 1, leaving me 6 equals x. If I look at my next equation, it might start looking pretty complicated. First thing I want to do is simplify each side so that I don't have all these extra numbers in there and I don't have the parentheses in there. On this first side here, I can see that I have x's here and an x there. So I'm going to simplify those by putting those together. 2x minus x is just an x, so I get x plus 5. On the other side of the equation, I'm going to distribute this 2 to get rid of my parentheses. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then an x plus 2. Now I have an equation that looks like the one that we just solved. So same thing, I have an x on both sides of the equation. I'm going to take whatever's on the left, and I'm going to subtract x from that. So 5 equals 3x plus 2. And then I'm going to get rid of my numbers from the other side, so the minus 2, because my goal is to always get x by itself. 3 equals 3x. At this point, I'm going to divide both by 3, because that's the number in front of x, leaving me x equals 1. These fraction problems always seem to be a struggle for people, and I think the biggest rule, if you can remember, is that whenever you have a fraction, if you have more in your equation, you're going to get it all so that you're just at this fraction. And then our goal is to get rid of this bottom number. And to get rid of that, I multiply both sides of the equation by that number. So I'm going to multiply this whole side of the equation by 4 and this side of the equation by 4. What this will do, this will give me a 4 divided by 4 on this side, which will cancel out to a 1, leaving me just x plus 1. And then the second side of the equation, 7 times 4 is 28. And now I can solve them. I don't have a fraction anymore. It just is getting rid of my fraction. So I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. X equals 27. And then the next one, that last one that people really struggle with. What do I do if there's an x in the denominator? Same strategy. You're going to multiply both sides of the equation by an x, because that's going to cancel out these x's. X divided by x is just x, leaving me 6. And on the other side is 2x. And we still have to do another step. We have 2 times x, so I need to divide both sides of the equation by 2, leaving me 3 equals x. And that's it.